Good news, everybody. I have some fantastic economic updates for you today. The Federal Reserve has once again gathered America's top economic minds to stare directly at inflation and do absolutely nothing about it. That's right. Rates are staying exactly where they are. Again, because apparently the Fed's newest strategy is, let's just stand here and see if groceries eventually apologize. So here's the situation. The economy added 115,000 jobs last month. Now economists are calling that stable, which is economist language for not technically on fire. It's not booming. It's not collapsing. It's basically the economic equivalent of a guy at Applebee's saying, yeah, I'm hanging in there. Meanwhile, inflation is still hanging around 3.3%. The Fed's target is 2%. And at this point, the Fed talks about 2% inflation the way your ex talks about working on themselves. Technically possible. Nobody's actually seeing evidence of it. Fed officials are now saying they may need to keep rates high for a prolonged period. Translation, your mortgage payment will continue looking like a luxury car lease. And my favorite part, some Fed members are now saying, hey, maybe we shouldn't even hint at rate cuts anymore. Oh, you think? Because Wall Street hears one sentence about a possible rate cut in 2047, and suddenly everyone acts like, we're back, baby! Bitcoin goes up 14%. 3 influencers start selling lake houses in Idaho, and somebody's uncle refinances his fishing boat. Chicago Fed President Austin Goolsbee said if inflation expectations rise again, the Fed could be a bit of a pickle. A pickle. Sir, eggs cost $9. We are beyond pickle territory. We are in full charcuterie board emergency mode. And now analysts are saying the Fed has all the patience in the world. Of course they do. It's not their mortgage. Fed officials talked about patience the way a person with unlimited breadsticks talks about dieting. Now enters Kevin Warsh, Trump's nominee for Fed chair. And apparently he likes lower rates, which right now is kind of like walking into a burning kitchen saying, you know what this needs? More butter. Warsh believes the Fed can lower rates and control inflation, which economists reacted to the same way parents react when a toddler says, I can drive. So, to summarize, inflation is still too high. Jobs are okay-ish. The Fed refuses to cut rates. Traders think cuts are basically extinct. And America is one grocery trip away from emotional collapse. But don't worry. The Fed is monitoring the situation, which is government speak for. We printed out some charts. So smash that subscribe button if you also enjoy watching economists use 12 PhDs to explain why chicken wings cost $19. And tune in next week for another episode of The Fed, making everyone equally uncomfortable.